Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's a pleasure as always to be back, to be reading for you. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing really well. So let's hop into this, and I'm gonna leave this open-ended, and whatever comes out, just whatever tends to flow, I'm just gonna go with it. So what is it at this time, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, that Leo needs to know in regards to their life? Five of Wands. Why is this Five of Wands here for Leo? Five of Swords. This is all about change. This is all about change. I'm hearing, it reminds me of like when you hear that little voice, you know, that little voice, that little gut instinct that's trying to tell you something. And sometimes we can either overthink that little voice. Sometimes we can try to overly process it. And it's like, no, if your gut is telling you something is either right or not right, you gotta listen to it. And I think because we don't have the reassurance to really confirm that what we're feeling instinctually is accurate, I think sometimes it could put us in this space of feeling conflicted even within ourselves. And that causes more of a delay when we stay in that space of being conflicted within ourselves versus just acting off of what our gut is telling us. And your gut is telling you either you need to move in a direction, which would be a no, or move in another direction, which would be a yes. But you gotta move here, because fives is all about change. And there is a change that is happening right now for you. And there may be outsiders that may not agree or like this change. You may be dealing with disagreements, issues, or maybe confrontations with other people that is putting you at bay from them or them at bay from you. But this is like a buildup to something. And it feels like it became a buildup to something because we didn't listen to our gut instinct initially. So we may have not made a choice or made a decision based on what our gut told us initially, and may have stayed either in a space of conflict, uncertainty, dealing with challenges with others because we were inactive. So now we're being placed in a specific position to be reactive. But now it's coming with the cost of conflict because we may have waited too long to act. We may have held off. Maybe we were looking for a sign. Maybe we were looking for synchronicity, for spirit to show us, okay, can you confirm what my gut is telling us? But it feels almost kind of like a test when it comes to you, and how much do you trust not only yourself, but how much do you trust your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors? And if that trust is fully there and fully solidified, when that gut told you, hey, Leo, something's not right, or hey, Leo, you know what, this is a good decision, you need to make that choice and go this way. And because we didn't act off of it initially, now we're having to deal with the ramifications of being, you know, maybe complacent or passive. Now we're having to deal with challenge and deal with conflict. But why? What is this all about? Tell me more. The Lovers. Your soul needs to be fed. Your soul needs to be fed. And what feeds your soul? What feeds your spirit? And I can't tell you, you know, which way to turn, because this is like you got to make a yes or no decision. You're in a space right now where you have to decide either yes, I'm going to do this, or no, I'm not going to do this. And again, the Lovers brings me back to, what does the heart space, your instinct tell you? You gotta, it's one thing to listen, but it's another thing to act on it. And I think you're kind of at an opposing force, either with, again, a decision you have to make that now we're placed in a spot that may be a little more uncomfortable, where we now have to make that decision, or you're dealing with conflict and challenge or disagreements with other people. But we got to this point when we didn't have to, if we would have listened to our gut about that person or about those people or about that situation earlier on. So now it feels like spirit is asking you, will you now trust yourself? Will you now trust that little voice that's in your head, or trust that little voice that is, you know, in your heart space that's telling you, Leo, you need to either make a left or you need to make a right. I think this is spirit asking you, where does your trust lie? With you being able to make the right decision for you and not second guess it, not doubt it, not feel anxious about it once you make the decision, not backtrack it. But you're being called to make a choice. Tell me more about this. What is this all about? The Nine of Cups and the Star. Something that you truly want. Something that you truly want. This is like the best case scenario. And I think your gut instinct is trying to lead you towards the best case scenario. We just don't know in real time if that's the best case scenario, but our gut knows and we can feel it. And I think we instinctually know it too. That's the thing about it. You know it. I just think because we don't have confirmation, we don't have that clarity, we don't have that stamp of approval that yes, that is it. It's like, okay, I want the best case scenario and the outcome for myself with making this choice, whether it's left or right. That's what I would desire. I know I got to make that choice. But given my current circumstances that I'm looking at, will it actually produce those results based on going off of my gut instinct? I got to ask for advice here. What should Leo do about this? What should Leo do about this? We got the Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, Hermit in the reverse, and last one, Death in the reverse. Well, nothing changes if nothing changes. And this is no longer taking the passive route. And you're not a passive person by nature, right? Leos are generally not passive people. I just think sometimes when we do have a decision that we have to make and we don't know, I think across the board, just human nature, it's easy for us to kind of go into a space of analysis paralysis or overly analyze it. This is Spirit telling you nothing changes if nothing changes. So what are you going to give your energy, all of your energy into? Right? Is it finally making that choice of accepting that new job? Is it finally making that choice of leaving a partner behind or starting a new relationship with a new partner? Is it finally making that choice to change your living circumstances and your financial situation? It's like your gut knows where it wants to be led. You already can envision the outcome of what that experience in life would be like, or what will come with making that choice, the good and positive stuff. But our reality just isn't reflective of us making that choice. So Spirit is telling you, Leo, you got to, if you don't take anything away from this, once you feel instinctually that your gut is saying, hey, Leo, we need to leave this behind and make this choice to go in this direction, or you know what, we just need to go in this direction outright, do so. Do so. You just have to. Because I like seeing the Nine of Cups and the Star, because it does show that what you're wanting is definitely possible. But what would happen once Leo makes this choice? What would happen once Leo makes this decision? Let's see. We got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse to the Ten of Cups. Well, and the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. You lose your old life to gain a new one. You're losing your old life to gain a new one. Whether this is like you're losing your old job to now go into a new job, whether this is letting go of that old love or letting go of the hurts to finally move into a new happy, healthy relationship, whether this is leaving your family behind and moving and relocating somewhere far off. It's like you're having to you're having to uproot your history. You're having to uproot your feet being planted in cement or concrete in a specific stage of your life to then finally on the other side be able to experience the life that you are wanting. So again, that's what I would say here. This is like you having to give up your old life to get a new one. And I think it's worth the cost. I think it's worth the sacrifice. I think it's worth the freedom that you would get with this. But that choice can only be made by you. And I can't tell you if you're making a right or wrong choice, not on a general reading, but I can tell you your gut with that Lovers is pointing you in the right direction. You just got to jump. So Leo, I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates, and at least give you an answer, especially if you're in a space right now where you don't know what to do. You're just kind of feeling lost or uncertain on what direction you should take. Hopefully this gives you that answer on how to go about making that choice and that decision. So I love you. You be well. You take care. And bye.